Today is Friday, September 5th, 2025. Welcome to This Week in Natural Refrigerants News, where we recap the top stories on naturalrefrigerants.com. This podcast is generated and read by artificial intelligence and may contain pronunciation errors. We're your hosts, AT.
And MO, and the articles for today's podcast were organized by naturalrefrigerants.com's managing editor and written by its writers. You can find links to each article in the show notes.
Our goal today is pretty straightforward. Give you a solid overview of the key natural refrigerant stories from the past week, just keeping you up to speed.
Exactly. Keeping you informed on the important developments.
Okay, first up, we're looking at the U.S. There's a really interesting report out from the American Lung Association called Clean Heat, Clean Air: Health Benefits of Modern Industrial Technology.
Yes, I saw that one. It really shifts the focus, doesn't it? Talking about the health side of switching industrial boilers to heat pumps, not just climate.
Precisely. And the potential impact they're highlighting is, well, it's massive.
It really is. They estimate there are, about 33,528 industrial boilers currently running under 200 degrees Celsius. That's 392 Fahrenheit burning fossil fuels.
Right. And the report projects that just by switching those over, we could prevent over 77,200 premature deaths.
And 33.2 million asthma attacks by 2050. That adds up to more than $1.11 trillion in public health benefits. It's quite compelling.
It certainly makes you think. And they lay out a phased approach for actually doing this based on the operating temperature.
Yes, sort of a step-by-step plan.
Exactly. Near term for processes under 100 Celsius, that's 212 Fahrenheit, aiming for 2030.
Okay.
Then medium term up to 140 Celsius or 284 Fahrenheit by 2035.
Right.
And longer term, tackling everything up to that 200 Celsius mark by 2040.
And crucially, the report points to natural refrigerants, ammonia R717, CO2 R744, hydrocarbons as being, essential for making this happen with ultra-low GWP.
Makes sense. Okay, let's head north to Canada. They're also putting money into industrial decarbonization.
That's right. Natural Resources Canada, or NRCan, just launched the third round of its industrial facility track funding.
And this is serious funding we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Up to 5 million Canadian dollars. That's about 3.62 million US per proposal.
Wow. And that covers up to 50% of project costs for companies.
For companies, yes. And even better for Indigenous and nonprofit organizations, they can get up to 100% coverage.
That's fantastic. And this is under their Green Industrial Facilities and Manufacturing Program, right? Specifically targeting things like new zero-emission heating and refrigeration.
Exactly. And Vitalis actually highlighted this on LinkedIn, calling it a big opportunity for facilities thinking about R744 industrial heat pumps, chillers, or refrigeration. Seems like good timing.
Definitely good timing. Now let's jump down to South America, to Chile. They've got a pilot project kicking off for transcritical CO2 heat pumps in industrial refrigeration.
Right. Another R744 initiative. This one's a 3-year project running until May 2028.
And it's developed by the Environment Ministry's Ozone Unit with support from the UNDP.
Correct. Dolores Gonzalez Pucci from the Ozone Unit put it nicely, saying CO2 helps them reduce emissions, improve energy efficiency, and strengthen our commitment to the multilateral environmental agreements of the Montreal Protocol and its Kigali Amendment.
Hits all the key points. And they've seen success there before, haven't they?
They have. There was that example of a 1.14 megawatt CO2 booster system that's 324.2 TR replacing R404A. It apparently achieved a 23% increase in COP. Pretty significant improvement.
Very significant. Okay, changing gears a bit to product news. Spheros, the German manufacturer, they're debuting something new at Buzzworld 2025 in Brussels this October.
Yes, a new propane air conditioning unit, the RVOE R290.
So R290 joining their lineup.
Exactly. It adds to their RVOE series. They've actually had a CO2 R744 model in that series since 2021.
Okay. So providing options.
Right. They're emphasizing that both units meet the current F-gas rules and also the upcoming PFAS restrictions, offering, as they put it, maximum flexibility and long-term security.
Good positioning. And how does that CO2 unit perform?
Well, it delivers up to 38 kilowatts of cooling at 35 Celsius and 26 kilowatts of heating down to minus 10 Celsius. The R744 charge is about 3.8 kilograms.
Interesting. And it definitely feels like propane is gaining more traction in mobile AC lately. We'll certainly hear more at the upcoming Atmosphere Max Summit 2025, I expect.
No doubt. Okay, and one final piece of news, this time from Germany's rail sector. Big order in Cologne.
Oh, yeah.
Cologne has ordered 132 new trains from Stadler, plus 34 intermediate modules. And the key thing, they'll have natural refrigerant-based HVAC systems.
132 trains, that's a major commitment. And it's a
Yeah.
big contract, around 700 million euros.
Roughly 816 million US dollars. Yeah, it's substantial.
Now, has Stadler said which natural refrigerant they're using for Cologne?
They haven't confirmed the specific one for this order yet, but it's worth noting they have used propane, R290, in HVAC units on their Nordic Express trains before.
Right, and didn't the German Environment Agency, UBA, recently give R290 a thumbs up for trains?
They did. They called it a feasible option, saying it offers performance and safety comparable to R134A, but obviously without the high GWP. So R290 seems like a very strong possibility here.
It certainly points in that direction, and this really cements Stadler's position, doesn't it?
Absolutely. They're already leading the market. They say they have about 55 vehicles out there with natural refrigerants currently. This order, especially with European customers pushing for sustainability, will boost that number significantly.
And these trains have a long service life, like 30 years.
Exactly. So building them with natural refrigerants now ensures they comply with regulations for decades and keeps that climate impact low over their entire operational life. It's smart long-term planning.
Definitely a lot happening across different sectors and regions this week.
A busy week for natural refrigerants for sure.
This is AT.
And MO, and this has been the Week in Natural Refrigerant News.